Hello everyone, welcome to another Last of Us video. So welcome to another Last of Us Part 2 video. This one is obviously what you guys think it is. It's the Last of Us Part 2 basically, since and some of the stuff is actually, you guys already know, so I have to throw a little bit in here. I got an entire note on it. First we're going to start about some of the news that we got, some of the new stuff, and I'll talk about the gameplay, then the story a little bit, and then I'll just, I didn't write much stuff down. There's not much new stuff, but it's more, there's more quality than quantity, if you know what I mean. But apparently there's been news that I just saw today that Ellie will have an NPC companion, or like an ally walking around with her. It might not be Joel, it may be Dina, maybe only God knows who else is going to be with her, because it's The Last of Us. There's so many people, it could be so many characters. It could be, or it could be a dog. It could be that dog that we saw with Neil Druckmann in like a motion capture outfit. But yeah, there's and that's my first news. The next news that I have is I just want to talk about the gameplay a little bit. The thing I liked about the gameplay was that they showed a lot. They pretty much showed everything. They showed the cat and mouse problems, and you guys don't know what cat and mouse is. It means like the enemies are chasing you and you're just running away from them. You're the mouse and they're the cat, and they're just chasing around. And the thing about it is that it goes from cat and mouse, or to stealth, into intense combat, intense close quarter combat, or CQC. Which is, I think, is really, really cool what they did that. They're trying to show everything but not show too much. And some people actually believe this game actually had that was their latest piece. That was their latest development. That's not true. They probably made that probably around the time of, I would have to say, PSX 2017, I would have to say. Or even Paris Week, maybe. But I do not think this is their latest. I think this is probably when they're kind of in the middle, or maybe even the earliest of the work of The Last of Us Part 2. And the other thing I liked about the gameplay was that it's different. Joel never really had that need to dodge a lot. Ellie is like coming out of her own as a character. She moves fast. Joel was slow and very, very strong and powerful. His moves that you could see in the first game were just like pure strength and power. And I remember how Joel is, he's not exactly very, very fast, he's not fast at all, he can get to certain places in a good distance, but he's not as fast as Ellie is in this game. Ellie is extremely fast, and I just think that, that the way it was, the movement, the dodging, the going prone. I mean, you couldn't do that in that game. You couldn't do it in the first game. And I think that's just so cool how they went from literally cat and mouse to CQC like that, or close quarter combat. Which I really, really think that's cool. And she used basically the bow, she used explosive arrows, she used a pistol, she used a lot of stuff. I think she used a machete to finish off the last guy before we went back to the cinematics of Dina and Ellie. I just think that this game is a very unique agenda according to it. And guys, remember, this game is not a lighthearted story. It is still, some people I literally started think this game was gonna be lighthearted, until you gotta really remind yourself what The Last of Us is. I saw Ellie happy and I thought like it really puts us off, and then now you're gonna be looking at it goes into the gameplay. That's dark. If you look at the way the world is in the atmosphere, it is dark. The one thing that you can look at a game and say, oh, this is it. The way The Last of Us Part 1 is, it's very, I wouldn't say dark, but it's a sense of survival. It has a sense of survival, but nature's there. But in the second game, it's completely dark. Like, if you guys look at it, it's just night all the time. And so I think that this game is still dark. It's still going to be depressing. It's still going to be driven by hatred. and you know, all that type of stuff. That's what I think of that. But let's go to the story now. But yeah, but there wasn't much on the story of The Last of Us Part 2 at E3. There wasn't much, or the demo at least. But they did show new characters. You know, they showed a bunch of new characters. They may have not given the names of those characters, but we got one that I think is very, very important. Like I said, guys, this video is going to be quality over quantity. What that means is that something quality, it has something very interesting in one piece. Quantity is when you have numerous things. So there's more quality than quantity in this video. All right, but Dina is someone that Ellie truly cares about. You know, you honestly, you guys, it's really hard to understand how you have to be in a relationship to understand the love between the two people. And let's say you lose that person, that can be, especially to being killed by someone that was killed, like murdered. That can be driven by hate and very intense amount of hatred for something or someone or even a group. All right, but it's very weird in how this game is put together, you know. But I think it's coming off full circle, but still, I think in the thing about Ellis is that Joel is mentioned metaphorically. He has not actually said, oh, your Joel was this. He said that your old man was giving me problems about, or giving you a lecture on the patrols. And he was talking to Ellie, so that has to be Joel. Who else is a father figure other than Joel? You know, it's just, it has to be, he's metaphorically mentioned. And here's another thing. So I saw this like on a website, and it said that and what I put down in my notes, it was I said, I don't know if Naughty Dog announced this, but some people believe that Dina will die in the first hour of the game. And someone said it's clearly that Dina will die in the first hour of the game. We don't know that. Naughty Dog has not, and I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog would just not throw around information like that. But anyways, yeah, like, you know, he's mentioned in this game. You know, but still, I don't understand why would you know, they would kill the character off so early, like in the first hour. And this game is like, what, over 10 hours long? And yeah, but yeah, I think that Dina will die, but I don't know if she'll die in the first hour. I don't know. Maybe she will. Maybe, because that's what happened to Sarah in the first game. And that's the thing about it, is that Sarah was a big part of Joel, and now she died, and look what happened to him. But now he probably wasn't driven by hatred. He was pretty much driven by survival and by sadness. You know, he was just driven by those two. But Ellie has a more. But anyways, yeah, yeah. That's what I think about that. But now here's the other thing I want to talk about, guys. Is that okay? Let's put a bit of everything. Okay, you do play as Ellie. She's the main character, the protagonist. She's the original character to be played. Okay. And guys, I honestly believe that she has I think that cult, I forgot what they were called. They have like an official name for the cult that there is, and I can't look up again. But I think Ellie has a vendetta against this cult because I think the cult killed Dina. I think that's what happened. I think the cult killed Dina, and now Ellie's reacting out of a vendetta against them. You know, this is a very story about hatred and revenge. But I don't think that'll be the main thing, or like the main concept of the story. I think it's going to show you on how bad people will go to when they're hurt, when they're really severely hurt. Some people go to the point of suicide. Some people just go out murdering people. You know, some people just do that kind of stuff. They just hurt people because they're hurt. And maybe they're just trying to show that, you know, just because someone looks okay does not mean they are. You know, they're probably still suffering inside, and maybe they're just not, you know, acknowledging it. Then there's the combat. You know, combat is very deep, guys. They went so deep into the combat. They made the combat more interactive and much more open. But yeah, but the combat is so clear and it's so open. It's just so amazing how it is. So yeah, that's what I think is about that too. But there's also the guys in this video. It's not, yeah, this isn't a big video. It's just a little small video I'm gonna throw out. And there is a multiplayer. It has been confirmed by developers for Naughty Dog. We will have a multiplayer, and it might even be factions. All right, I think I read somewhere that some of the devs said that it was going to be like factions. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Please tell me if you like it or not. If you like it, please like it. If you like me more of this video, subscribe. And if you want to see, have any questions, write them down, and I'll answer them as fast as I can. And yeah, so yeah, you guys take it easy, and I'll guys see you tomorrow. All right, bye.